Hi everyone, I am Neeraj Sanduja and welcome to a brand new learning series on Microsoft Azure DevOps. Through this series, I will be taking you a step by step through everything you need to know about Azure DevOps, from the very basic to the more advanced topics like code repositories, pipeline automation, creating a CI/CD, and test management. Along with that, integration with the different tools like Terraform, Sonar Cloud, and multiple other tools as well. The goal of this series is very simple: to help you to learn Azure DevOps, get a hands-on, understand the real-world use cases, and build the confidence to apply the DevOps practices in your project or organization. In this very first video, we will start with the foundation on how to create Azure DevOps project and one more service of Azure DevOps that is helpful for getting all the guidelines. These are the very first step before we move to working on to the repositories, pipeline, test management, and the boards in the upcoming videos. So if you're ready, let's dive in and start our journey into the Azure DevOps. You can see on the screen that I logged in already onto the Azure DevOps using a URL as https dev.azure.com. You can log in onto the Azure DevOps using either your Microsoft account or using your GitHub account. By default, in order to access the basic services, Microsoft has provided a free plan so that we can learn more about the Azure DevOps. So you don't have to pay anything when you log in onto the Azure DevOps, and you can access and do the hands-on on basic services to understand more onto the Azure DevOps. In today's session, we will talk more onto how to create a new project onto the Azure DevOps. So let's begin. Now you can see that when I log in, there is one organization that get created right there with the name as Sanduja Neeraj. Right side of this organization, there is an option of creating a new project. So let's click on the new project. Now you can see a very small, a good UI for creating a new project is appear. We have to give the name to our new project. Let's give the name it as DevOps Learning Series, and a very small description: DevOps Learning Series and more from Microsoft Learn. Once you provide the description, there is a two option: whether you want your project to be visible publicly over the internet, or you want to keep it private, that you can work on, you can do all your hands on without sharing it to the world. Or if you want to be shared, you can share it specifically to the few peoples as per the access, but not over to the internet. After that, there are few other advanced options to select the version control, which is always be a Git, followed by the work item process. By default, Microsoft has provided four different type of processes: Agile, Basic, CMMI, and Scrum. We will go for this video as a basic work item process. We will discuss more on each and every process in our upcoming videos. So let's create our first project, DevOps Learning Series. As soon as we click on the create on the backend, it will take few seconds that our new project get created. Now you can see the new project that get created with the name as DevOps Learning Series, and on the left side menu, all the different services as a single platform. DevOps, Azure DevOps is providing to us for creating a dashboards, for creating a wiki, Azure boards for all the management activity of creating the epic features, stories, tasks, bugs, and everything. Then we have Azure repos where you can store all your code base. And then another service is for the pipeline where all the CI/CD and automation pipeline will get created, followed by the test plan. Very good option here to include all the testing part as well within a same platform. And then followed by the artifact. Again, whatever be the artifact that get generated through your CI/CD pipeline, you can store it right there on the same platform using the Azure artifact. For now, we will stick with our basic one on how to create a project, how to see all the services, and as I said, we are going to with another one service of the Azure DevOps. So let's see what that is. We are going to be talk about Wiki, the option to create a Wiki pages as a guidelines that you want to be shared, or any learning things that you want to be shared with your project, with your teammates, or with your organization, so that they can follow the same things, or they can get all the knowledge right there from the wiki. So let's click on this one, and now you can see it will give an option to create a wiki project. So let's click on create a project wiki and see how the wiki on the Azure DevOps look like. Let's give a name to this wiki page as DevOps learning material. Or later on, you can explore more onto the create a guidelines on build once, deploy anywhere strategy, branching strategy, deployment strategy, the quality gates, and the different other information that you want to be shared. For now, we will go on the DevOps learning and how to create a wiki. Microsoft Learn is great place to get all the insight of Microsoft product. Azure DevOps is for end-to-end solution for SDLC. So let's just write down few things and then save it. Let's see how the wiki will look like. So you can see the page has been added. So let's go to the wiki and see how it looks like. Now you can see it create a wiki with all the information that we want to be shared with anyone within our organization. You can edit it up at any time. That is the basic foundation on how to create a project, how to create a wiki pages that you want to be share the learning materials within your organization or a teammates. In today's video, we will continue to be talk only onto the project creation and the wiki. On the upcoming video, we will go deep dive into the other services of the Azure DevOps. Thank you so much for watching, and I will make sure that in the upcoming videos, you can go get deep dive into the other service of the Azure DevOps. Thank you.